Okay, good morning to everyone on the West Coast. Good afternoon to the other parts of the United States. Welcome to today's webinar sponsored by Huawei and VoIP Supply on next generation switching. First of all, we're going to have a couple of great speakers today. Lisa Shin, who is a Director of Marketing at Huawei, is going to go over the bulk of the deck. And then we're also very happy to have our partner from VoIP Supply, Brian Hyrick, who's going to talk a little bit about VoIP Supply and some of what they're doing selling Huawei products. Before I turn it over to Lisa, I just want to remind everyone that for attending this morning's webinar, you will receive a Starbucks $10 gift card. So just a small token of our appreciation, and we do thank you for your time, spending your time today with us on the webinar. Also, as usual, we're going to have a handful of polling questions that are sprinkled throughout the presentation. So when we have those polling questions come up, we very much appreciate your participation. And as always, we will share the results with the audience so that you can see what your peers are responding to in terms of some of these polling questions. In addition, on your GoToWebinar panel, there's a Q&A tab, and we highly encourage you to send questions our way, and we'll take some Q&A time at the end. So please send your questions. We'll try to answer some of those in real time, and we'll take the broadly applicable ones and answer those in front of the whole audience at the end of the presentation. And then also want to mention that this is being recorded and will be available on the Huawei website within a day or so after the completion of this webinar. So if you want to see the slides or hear a recording of this webinar, that's also available. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Director of Marketing from Huawei, Lisa Shin.
Hello, everybody. Thanks to the webinar. So I'll start. Today's webinar's topic is about Huawei Enterprise next generation switching for SMB customers. So over the past 10 years, information technology and communication technology have been on a collision course. The lines between IT and CT are rapidly blurring, and this convergence is taking place at 3 layers of technology innovation, which are cloud, pipe, and device. The dynamic is creating an unprecedented opportunity for technology vendors to deliver an enriched user experience for consumer business and educational institutions, and virtually every market segment. Factors driving the convergence of IT and CT include the proliferation of mobile devices, as all of you know, it's the BYOD trend, the ability to interconnect through cloud computing services, and the global investment in broadband projects, which lay solid foundations for the necessary bandwidth to support ICT convergence. So let me tell you a little bit more about who is Huawei. Huawei is a global leader in the information communications technology, which is also known as ICT. We provide customers in over 140 countries with end-to-end advanced networking, storage, server, and unified communication and collaboration solutions. Huawei's products and services are focused on specific areas of enterprise network, including data center, campus, branch, WAN, and edge networks. Huawei is actually uniquely positioned to lead the next generation of vendors supplying solutions for this converged market. Some of the facts about Huawei business are, as you see in this right side of the slides, is Huawei is a $35 billion company whose solutions are deployed in over 140 countries with the scale, resources, and the credibility to succeed. We actually serve more than 2 billion end users worldwide. A little bit more fact about the Huawei North American office. Huawei's North America regional office is established in 2001 in Plano. And in 2012, we have granted about 6 billion contracts to US-based technology companies. We have a full portfolio of professional, technical, and learning services throughout the United States. Huawei has succeeded through continuous investment through the innovation. As you can see in this slide, Huawei's R&D investment percentage to total sales revenue has been continuously increasing. In 2012, our R&D investment exceeded $4.8 billion. present, Huawei has about 70,000 employees specialized in R&D, with about 16 R&D centers globally. As a leading global ICT solution provider, Huawei has made huge amounts of contributions to the international standard organizations, including more than 23,000 standards-related manuscripts. We are the members in almost 150 international standards organizations such as IEEE, IETF, so on and so forth. Huawei is pushing forward the development of ICT technologies. We have filed thousands of patent applications global-wide. At the end of 2012, we have about 30,240 patent applications being granted. This slide is really showing you Huawei is being recognized as an ICT leader with innovation. Huawei has named by The Economist as the Corporate Use of Innovation Award. Another example here is Huawei has been named as the 5th most innovative company in the world by Fast Company. EEE has awarded Huawei as the Excellence in the Standards Development Award. So I'm not going to read each of them. And this particular slide gives you an idea on the market impact of Huawei's core product. For example, Huawei has deployed more than 260 data centers worldwide. Huawei has about 36 million switch ports and about 800K switches being deployed worldwide. According to Infonautics, Huawei ranks #2 in terms of the market share in high-end router. Right. Another example is on the wireless side. Huawei's LTE solution has been deployed by 45 operator networks and 9 industry networks worldwide. It's ranked #1 globally. Huawei's enterprise goal is to create value for customers. We serve many different verticals such as retail, higher education, K-12 education, manufacturing, media, and entertainment, so on and so forth. Huawei provides a variety of solutions such as BYOD, cloud, data center services to meet customers' needs and help customers to grow their business. We have products and solutions such as campus switching, optical transportation, wireless, 4G LTE, Wi-Fi, DC switching, storage, servers, unified management tools. All these products, they are designed for enterprise and SMB customers at different verticals, different sizes to meet their different needs. Now let's zoom in a little bit specifically on Huawei's switch product line for the campus. This is a high-level overview of Huawei's campus switch offering. We have not only access switch, but also aggregation and core switches for the next generation campus wiring closet. And the Huawei switches are featured by fast and flexible 10 gig network support. We have the 10 gig access, 40 gig aggregation, up to 100 gig core solutions for high performance, high port density, low latency, and non-blocking networks. Huawei also has very innovative technologies to optimize application performance. We have 50 millisecond network recovery times through BFD technologies and hardware probes to ensure healthy networks for various applications like video conferencing. The green design of Huawei switches allows low carbon footprint and lower customers' TCO. We'll be focusing on the S1700 and S5700 in this webinar for the small and medium networks. On the S1700 and S5700 switch side, as you can see here, we have a variety of models designed for different application use cases. We have the layer 2 PoE and non-PoE based switches, S1700. One step up, we have high density GigaPorts layer 2, layer 3 PoE, non-PoE switches. And then we also have, if you need a bit more feature sets, and we have the MPLS and multi-service enabled layer 3 GigE port 9 PoE and 9 PoE switches. And we're going to actually look into those switches in much more details for next 20 minutes. So now it's time actually for about our polling question number 1.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for bringing down the context of what today's webinar is about. So this first polling question is really just trying to get a feel for what market you guys are in out in the audience. So we're just looking at what vertical best describes your company. Are you a SOHO or an SMB customer? Are you in healthcare, education, manufacturing, or other? As you can imagine, we're only allowed to have 5 choices here, so there's certainly a whole lot more vertical markets than what we represented here, but we're only allowed 5, so other is the catch-all. But go ahead and make your vote, and we'll give you 30 seconds or so to place your vote, which we appreciate. And then Lisa will take us off into some more detail of some of the SMB-focused Huawei switching products. So we appreciate everyone. Also, just another reminder, please keep your questions coming in the Q&A panel. We're definitely getting some already, which is great, but don't hesitate to keep those coming throughout the presentation. Okay, 5 more seconds and we're going to close it out, and then I'll share the results with everybody. Okay, let's take a look. So looks like about 1/3 of you guys are in the SOHO SMB space, which is great, and then a fairly good mix between healthcare, education, manufacturing, and of course the catch-all others. So pretty good balance there, and definitely I think this presentation will be very well suited. So Lisa, I'm going to turn it back over to you at this point.
Sure. All right. So let's take a look at our S1700 switches designed for SMB users. So what are the SMB customers looking for in a network switch here, right? First of all, the switch has to be cost effective for obvious budget reasons, right? SMB customers are always looking for more ports, greater capacities with affordable price. And of course, due to the limited IT staff on board, the switch needs to be really easy to maintain, right? So the flexible management, flexible port configuration, convenient collection on the logs and error information are a must. And for security and reliability, on the security and reliability side, it's obvious. We need a secure access, we need access authentication and virus protection on the switch. Last but not least, everybody is going green these days, right? Energy saving, it is another must on the switches for SMB users, also with a small footprint. So now, this is a portfolio for this is a product family for our S1700 series enterprise switches. These are the next generation energy saving Ethernet access switch. The S1700 use high performance hardware which offer a wide range of features to help customers build secure, reliable, and high performance networks. These switches are really easy to install and maintain, and they're ideal for the small size networks. Some of the features on this switch product family are fairness design, 1G operation, and energy efficient Ethernet feature support, which we're going to take a look in a moment. I do apologize for this Windows pop-up window, which I don't have any idea where it's coming from. Okay, so the switch, the 1700 switch can be used in many different user scenarios for SMBs. They can be deployed at desktop, can be wall mounted, or can be rack mounted. There are 3 categories of the switches in this particular family. The unmanaged switch provide reliable network performance at a very affordable price. Setup is really easy with this category of the switch. There is no software to install and nothing to configure. For the second category of the switch is the web managed switch. It's an entry-level managed switch features. It has entry-level managed switch features and an easy management at a very great price point. The feature of the switch category also has a business class network with all the features you want. The third category of the feature is SMP based, and this particular category is an ideal combination of the affordability and advanced network for small business. These easy-to-use, fully managed switches are the cornerstone for the SMB networks. For all these switches, for all these different models of the switches, they all feature with the high-performance capabilities. With the powerful network performance at affordable price, you can give your network a boost of speed and the capacity to support a bandwidth-intensive application. And then there are also support for advanced technologies such as the building quality of service, the cross intelligence on all models to help maintain consistent network performance and keeps your application running smoothly. We also have the energy efficient solutions, as I mentioned earlier, which that optimize the power usage to be energy efficient without compromise your performance. This slide actually shows you an example of the ease of use feature on our 1700 switches. This essentially tells you that the switch product of the switch family provides one button operation for the system recovery, upgrade, and information connection to streamline your operation. On the security side, the switch provides user certification, security check, and access authentication for user management, right? There is port-based 802.1x authentication, which is supported to authenticate and control access device. A user device can access resources on the LAN only after it passes authentication on the access interface. Another example is a MAC-based authentication. This network access is based on the access interface and the MAC address of the user, so for the authentication. In addition, the switch supports 802.1x radius authentication, which is used to grant access to device before they can operate on the network. Huawei's own radius server or third-party radius servers are supported in this case. The second security features on the 1700 switches are for the customer protection against the various attacks. A variety of DOS attack prevention features can be enabled or disabled in the switch in Web UI or via SMP. The switch can be configured to limit the number of MAC addresses it learns per interface or switch-wide. In addition, the rate limiting is also supported, which allows users to configure the max rate FPS per interface. The IP and the MAC source guard allow the selection or restriction of traffic being transmitted based on IP MAC address or VLAN. A combination of these three criteria can be set to control traffic. And as you can see on the slide, a variety of DOS attack prevention and anti-worm features are supported as well by these switches. Last but not least, the DHCP pretender attack function can be used on switch to prevent traffic being transmitted once a preset limit is reached. This can be done either on a port-based or switch-wide. On the energy saving side, right, the 1700 switches features an eco-friendly solution with three-dimensional energy saving features at interface level, at chipset level, and box level. This is a summary for the MIACOM test report for our 1700 series switch. In case you don't know, MIACOM is our third-party US-based network consultant company. It specializes in networking and communication-based product testing analysis. MIACOM was founded in 1988. It has pioneered various comparative assessments of networking hardware and software. The result of MIACOM's test report often appear in many prestigious industry journals. So MIACOM has verified Huawei's major network switch and router products, including the S1700. This is actually a summary of MIACOM's finding on Huawei's 1700 switch. As you can see, our switch has easy to use with one button operation to reset, upgrade, and collect stats. The switch has proven interoperability with Cisco and any other third-party vendor switches. The security features for user access control, DOS attack prevention, anti-warm-up limit, and so on that I talked about earlier, it's also being tested and verified by MIACOM. The switch also features the the energy efficient Ethernet EE feature, which reduces customer OPEX over the time. All right, so that concludes the 1700 switch portion of the presentation. It's time actually for the polling question number 2. I'm going to hand this over to Nick.
Polling question number 2. Excellent. Let's go ahead and launch it. What we want to find out now is, of all the different product areas that we're talking about and different areas that both VoIP Supply sells and Huawei develops and manufactures, what are the areas that are most interesting to you? And this one you can select all that apply, so you can make multiple selections here if you're interested in 2 or 3 of these different categories. It's definitely worth your while if you get a chance to take a look at these MIACOM reports. It's really, there's a lot of FUD being spread around by various different vendors all over the market today, and when you get a third-party company that's unbiased, that's really publishing the reality of what's going on, it can be very useful. So definitely take a look at that MIACOM report. It'll talk about interoperability and performance and a variety of other things. Really give you the straight scoop of what you can believe. Just about 10 more seconds now, and we'll shut this down, and we'll take a look at what everybody's most interested in. All right, let's take a look at the results. So pretty balanced. You can see that more than half of you are interested in BYOD and WLAN, SMB switching and routing, and almost 50% on managed services. So clearly, pretty much everything we're talking about is of high interest, which is great. So let's go ahead and turn it back over to Lisa.
All right, thanks, Nick. Thanks, everyone, for answering the polling questions. Let's move on to talk about another product line from Huawei. It's S5700 switches. I showed this slide to you early on. This is a Huawei switches for small and medium-sized networks. As you can see here, there are a number of models in 5700 product families. They're designed for different use cases and application scenarios. So there are basically 4 categories under 5700 switches, with HI models support most advanced features. At the bottom of this chart, as you can see, we have basic GigE switches, followed by the SI model, which is the standard GigE switches that support RIP and 16K MAC edges. One step up, we've got enhanced GigE switch that supports all the layer 3 protocol routing protocols such as OSPF, BGP, 32K MAC edges, MPLS, and so on. On the most advanced GigE switch for the 5700 family, not only a comprehensive MPLS protocol routing protocols are supported, we also support NetStream, which is our traffic management features for traffic classification and stats collection. So this slide actually gives you a feature highlights, software feature highlights on the 5700 switches. We have the iStack feature, which for increased bandwidth and reliability. The product family supports advanced hibernation management features for your energy and cost savings. There is also a network traffic analysis modules on the switch for the precise traffic management and visibility into your network. And moving on to the stack, there's also flexible Ethernet networking that supports the flexibility and reliability of your network. In addition, we also support comprehensive VPN technologies and various security features. For the customers who want to migrate to IPv6, there's mature IPv6 technologies being supported for seamless migration from IPv4 to IPv6. Last but not least, we have the centralized operation and management features on this in this product family. Overall, the switch family is a reliable, scalable, green, intelligent, secure, and a simple solution to meet SMB customer needs. And we will examine some of these features in the next few slides in detail. This slide shows you the energy saving benefits on our basic 5700 Gigi switch models. It's a LI model. As I mentioned, this is our basic entry-level Gigi switch model. Based on the MIACOM test report, this model actually consumes 63% less power than a similar product in the market. The results are being tested by the third-party MIACOM and being verified as well. The second feature that I want to highlight here is the stability and the reliability features on this switch product family. All the 5700 switches support 99.999 plus reliability in the network being deployed. This reliability is incorporated in many different aspects of the switch design. For example, there is this redundancy design from the key components of the switch product families. Power supplies and the fans, they're hot, swivel, and work in redundancy mode. On the operation and the management side, all the switch families support OAM to implement end-to-end fault detection. In addition, for all the redundancy reasons, we support G.8032 and we support SAP, Smart Link, and so on, so that the customer can achieve great redundancy and reliability in the network. We talked about IPv6 early on, and this slide gives you a comprehensive look on the IPv6 solutions that we provided for your network. The 5700 switch supports IPv6 and IPv4 dual stack, IPv4 networking, IPv6 networking, and IPv4 and v6 hybrid networking. We have the industry leading. We have passed the certification of IPv6 Ready Logo Phase 2, which is a standard, a global-wide standard. Huawei also has participated in the IETF Bandwidth Forum ITU and has made considerable contributions there as well. On the operation side, we actually have a feature called zero configuration. One of the critical elements for SMBIT is the ease of use and management. The 5700 switches support a zero configuration feature where everything can be programmed offline with the configuration script, and then deployment personnel only need to visit your office once. Once the unconfigured device is connected to the network, it can be configured automatically via the network. And with this feature, you've got improved efficiency for the network planning, data preparation, and device installation. All this can be also performed simultaneously. So I would like also to spend a few minutes to talk about the interoperability of the S5700 switches with all the third-party vendor devices. The interoperability features expands through different domains. Our switch can interop with third-party vendor devices not only in the forwarding plan but also in the control plan and the management plan. For example, packets can be forwarded by interfaces on devices from different vendors. Huawei products are developed in strict compliance with IEEE standards, and all their interfaces are interoperable with other devices from vendors like Cisco and HP. On the control plan side, the interworking of Layer 2 and Layer 3 protocols prevents network flapping and ensures network stability. And all this interoperability with other vendors' products are proven in many of the customer deployment sites. And some of the projects that I can think of is, for example, the Lenovo network expansion, Shanghai Bank of Communication, and there's a Turkey project we've done. There's a proven deployment scenarios to show that Huawei switches interop very well with all the third-party leading vendors. And then this is a MIACOM test summary for the S5700 switches. I'm not going to read each bullet for you, but as you can see, all the switches have gone through the third-party test for performance, for feature verification, and for the interoperability verification as well. For example, on our basic 5700 series model, the particular model being tested to have IPv6 migration support that includes the dual stack and IPv6 to IPv4 tunneling for the increased flexibility. And then MIACOM also tested that there's this unique dying gasp feature to provide immediate notification of switch failure with SMP. This is more on the reliability and then reliability side. As I highlighted here, the switch is proven to be interoperable with the high granularity protocols and with multiple vendors. So I'm trying to close this box here. Okay, I think it's not listening. So let me just page down to see whether I can get rid of this thing. Okay. So to summarize everything I have talked about on the 5700 switch, the switch family allows you to do more with less, right? It supports high port density, faster switch over for high reliability, rich feature sets on security, and VPN PoE plus support for access for your APs and VoIP phones. The switch product family also is green with great energy saving features. Before I end my portion of the presentation, I'd like to show you the overall Huawei Enterprise IT product portfolio here. As you can see, we have not only switch product lines for SMB customers, but also we have the switch products for the campus and the data center. Besides the switch product family, we have our Wi-Fi products offering for your BYOD solutions, along with other great router products and security products. So I would like to end my portion of the presentation to recap on why Huawei. So why would you choose Huawei? 45 of the top 50 carriers in the world choose Huawei for their demanding networks as a result of our relentless pursuit of customer satisfaction. Number two, Huawei has a strong partner ecosystem with tested interoperable solutions. We have global R&D strength and experience. Huawei leads the way for the open standard. Huawei also has proven a product breadth and depth for the comprehensive IT needs. The carrier class reliability for enterprise portfolio and the superior price performance for SMB customers. So this concludes my presentation, and I would like to hand the ball back to Nick. He's going to conduct the third polling question, which is also the last polling question.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so the final question that we're going to have here is going to be, what is the time frame in terms of your business for buying new switching and networking equipment? So are you already in the midst of making a purchase? Or are you within 3 to 6 months, 6 months to a year, 1 to 2 years, or even more than 2 years out? So we're just trying to get a feel for what you feel your situation is regarding upgrading or purchasing new networking equipment for your environment. So go ahead and make those choices. One final reminder to keep your Q&A questions coming. We've got about 6 or 7 questions already, which is great. But if you have any other questions, please enter those in the Q&A panel on the GoToWebinar interface, and we'll try to get those all answered as best we can. So go ahead, and we'll give you another 5 or 10 seconds here to finish this poll out. Do appreciate everybody's participation today. So let's go ahead and close it out, and then we'll go ahead and share it, and we can see it. It's just a wide smattering of readiness. Some are right in the midst of it right now. We've got about almost a third of you that are within the next 3 to 6 months. More than probably 60% is within the next year, and then a handful are more than 2 years out. So good information. We appreciate it. What I'd like to do at this point is we're actually going to turn over the presentation to our partner from VoIP Supply. That's Brian Hyrick, and Brian's just going to give us a little bit of an overview of VoIP Supply and talk to us a little bit about the company. So Brian, please take it away.
All right, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation, Lisa, and the introduction, Nick. My name's Brian Hyrick. I'm an account manager here with VoIPsupply.com. Those of you not familiar, we've been around since 2002. We've been in Inc. 500 multiple times. We have over 120,000 customers. We've been the go-to distributor and reseller for VoIP for about 10 years, and switching as well. We're definitely really excited to have Huawei on board as well. Lisa, if you'll go to the next slide here. Just real quick about VoIP Supply as well. If you guys ever need any sort of solution specs, we have a full team of engineers on staff. Feel free to give us a call or submit a ticket via our website, or I will also give everybody my email address. Shoot me an email, give me a call. Happy to help you guys out. We do nationwide installations throughout the U.S. as well. Pre-provisioning for all of your customers, blind drop shipping, the whole nine. If you ever have any financing needs, VoIP Supply, we do offer Net 30 other financing and leasing as well. So definitely have you covered on the financing end. Also, I know we didn't speak too much about it as far as VoIP is concerned, but we do now have a service provider as well. So we can really help you out from soups to nuts on all of your VoIP applications, from origination to termination. Lisa, if you'll go to the next slide. Thank you very much. Okay, and again, VoIP Supply is certified on all of the Huawei products. We have 2-hour response times, so you know, feel free to contact us with any of your needs, and we'd really be happy to help you guys out. Okay, and at the end, I do believe we have a slide with all of the VoIP Supply contact information here. Again, my name is Brian Hyrick. You'll find my email there. Feel free to send me any of your Huawei questions, or give me a call direct. I'd be happy to speak to you directly.
Really appreciate your participation in this and your willingness to support this presentation. And I just want to mention that VoIP Supply has been a fantastic partner for Huawei and very engaged in selling the solutions into the SMB market in particular. So, you know, just a great partner that we enjoy working with. In terms of the Huawei contact info, I just want everyone to check out our relatively new website. If you haven't been on it, HuaweiEnterpriseUSA.com. It's a great site, continues to add more and more content every week, but right now there's just lots of information in terms of the various products that we sell in the U.S. in particular. There's a great resources page that tells you what events we're going to be attending. It has recorded versions of all the webinars that we've delivered. There's also, for partners, a special section that has partner training, which allows you to get certified if you want to become a Huawei partner. So it's just a really great site. And we certainly would love feedback on that site as well. There's actually a button on the site itself that allows you to provide feedback if there's information that you don't see that you'd like to have us put on the website, and we're very responsive to that. So at this time, I'd like to get into some of the Q&A session here, the questions that have been sent. One of the first questions is for Lisa. We do have some folks out there that have Cisco gear inside their environment, and so the first question is, you know, what are the Cisco equivalent models to the Huawei 1700 and the 5700 that we talked about in this presentation?
Sure. Yeah, this is also one of the most common, one of the most asked questions by our other customer base as well. So for the on the S1700 series switch side, if you Cisco's model equivalent model is C100, C200, and C300, right? And then for the as I mentioned in my previous presentation, we do support interoperability with all the third-party switches, including Cisco's model C100 and C300. These features are the features that are compatible with all these vendors include LACP, STP, MSTP functionalities, and so on. On the S5700 side, for the S5700, remember, if you remember that we have 4 different models for the 4 different categories for the 5700 series and a variety of models there. For the basic GIGI switch model for the 5700, the equivalent model is the Cisco's 2960 series, 2960 series. For the 5700 SI model, the equivalent Cisco model is 3750G series and 3560G series. And for our enhanced GIGI switch model 5700-EI, the equivalent model is Cisco's 3750E series or the 7560E series. And again, I would like to repeat our Huawei switches. Why do you want to choose our switch? Our switch feature highlights the fast and flexible 10 gig network, and we have the green design, and we also have the innovative technologies to optimize the application performance.
Preempted my next question, because a couple people did ask, why should I buy Huawei? And you kind of just touched on that a little bit, and we'll give you an opportunity to talk a little bit more about that as well. Another question that came up, I know you mentioned PoE a couple of times, and a couple of questions came up around which Huawei switches in particular support PoE, and if you could just provide some clarity as it relates both to the 1700 also as well as the 5700 and any other switches that you want to mention that support PoE.
Right. So yeah, PoE, Huawei switch, both actually 1700 and 5700 have product family, have products and models that support not only the PoE but also PoE Plus. We do understand that this is very important for your VoIP phone deployment as well as the Wi-Fi, the access points deployment. So if you want to know the detailed models, you can go to our website, and also you can send us an email. There are many different models in the switch product family that supports the PoE and PoE Plus.
Here's one that just came in, and Lisa, I'm not sure if you're the right person to ask, so if you can answer this, great. If not, we'll certainly get back to this guy. It came in from one of our attendees, Mitch, and the question is, how does the configuration management look with Huawei switches, and is there a classical TFTP, FTP config, or is it only SNMP/web?
We actually have both. We definitely have a different, we definitely support the TFTP as well.
Okay, great. So do you want to talk at all about the kind of the config management? Because I know there's a real great software application as well that comes with it. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, or?
Right. We do have on the network management side, we have a product called eSite Network Management that supports not only Huawei's switch product family, router product family, but also supports some of the third-party network management as well. So it's called eSite, and then if you would like to have more product information, I encourage you to go to our website listed up here in the slides. Huawei, www.huaweienterpriseusa.com, and it has all the details on the network management, traffic management, configuration management from eSite.
Very good. Another question came in, and this is something that we've been promoting through various different marketing vehicles, but it says, I understand that you have some promotions going on, and can you tell us about some of those promotions? So I'm going to mention just quickly what the promotions are, and then Lisa, if you want to chime in with any other information or color around that, that would be great. So currently, Huawei has announced what we're calling a triple play promotion. It's involving switching products, including the S5300, which is a switch that's selling for under $1,000. It also includes video conferencing. It's a product that our next webinar, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time, is a product called the TE30. It's a really excellent video conferencing solution. That's on special in Q4 for $29.95 for the TE30. And then the last special we're having is in the storage area. It's the S2600T, which is kind of a base controller with over 7 terabytes of storage, and the promotional price is just under 16 grand. So there's some really aggressive pricing going on in Q4. We recommend you take a look at it. Lisa, any comments you want to make about the 5300 or any of the other promotional products?
Yeah, I think you get everything correct. And then just also remember, all this, you can check out all this promotion on our website as well. And we also we also have a featured CRN ads. If you go to crn.com, Huawei also has a promotional ads there, and also that will point you to this promotion on our website as well.
I think this question is going to be for Brian, because one of the questions here is, how can I order these products? So, Brian, I thought it would be useful if you just give a bit of a experience around a customer who might want to order Huawei products, with you being one of our preferred partners. Talk a little bit about what it's like to purchase from VoIP Supply.
Sure. VoIP Supply, we can generally ship everything same day, just so you know. But give me a call directly or send me an email. Or you can just go to voipsupply.com and order it on our web. But if you would like some a little one-on-one and some guidance, a couple of questions answered, I would definitely like you to give me a call or send me an email directly. But again, our checkout process, even on our website, is very simple. Again, voipsupply.com, same-day shipping in most cases as well.
This is one of the last questions I'm seeing here, and it has to do with some of the information that we were talking about with these Myricom reports. And the question is, how do I get these reports? How can I get a chance to take a look at these in detail? So the website where you can find these Myricom reports is www.myricom, it's MIERCOM.com/Huawei. And if you go there, you'll see a number of different reports, because they've done analysis on various different Huawei products, but you'll be able to see performance information, interconnectivity with other vendors, so there's all kinds of different information there, but it's at www.myricom.com/Huawei. So go give that a look, and I think you'll find it to be very interesting, and also really help you understand what's real and what isn't in the marketplace, because as I said, there's a lot of FUD being spread around out there. That's actually the last question that we have. Lisa, any other final comments you want to make?
I think that's it, and I would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has attended this webinar. And Nick, back to you, and then I think we will mail them the Starbucks coffee card, right?
That's exactly right. So everybody who attended the webinar today will receive a free $10 Starbucks card for just as a small token of our appreciation. I do want to mention, if anyone's going to be happening to be in the Colorado area, 2 weeks' time, the Supercomputing Conference is on. It's our last big trade show of the year. So if you happen to be in the neighborhood, or if you're going to the Supercomputing Conference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love to see you there. We're going to be showing a number of our higher-end products there.
Yes, absolutely. If you guys haven't going to go to attend the Supercomputing Show in Denver, Colorado, November 18th, in the week of November 18th, be sure to come to visit Huawei's booth. We're going to feature a high array of products from server and storage side. So check us out if you're going to be there.
Definitely. Okay, well, also similar to Lisa, on behalf of Huawei, we want to thank everyone for their time, and have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you very soon on another Huawei webinar.
Bye.